Hi viewers, welcome back. We're just about ready to get things going here for the undefeated game for the men's. It's the Orioles versus the Spartans. I'm Kate Friel here with Jordan Mosley. We're just taking a moment here to get our stuff all in order. So we just got the lineups here from the team, and we're just trying to get them into our books so that we can keep you posted and up to date throughout the game. So we'll be back with you in just a few moments for first pitch.
Batter, please.
And the leadoff batter, like when they were here earlier on this diamond, will be the number 4 of Wayne Parent.
Come on, Wayne. Come on, Wayne. Light him up. Let's go. Come on, Wayne. Come on, Pat. Hey, now, one. Here we go. Come on, Pat. Come on, Pat. Hey, right there. Hey, what did you do?
And that is now 1 ball, 2 strikes. And he was able to go track that down and get that out in right field.
Okay.
Next to the plate will be number 41, Kyle Nechtel.
Okay. Hey, what did you good?
Easy ground out to second, not the way the O's wanted to start. Put themselves in a hole here. 2 outs.
Hey, hold up this way. Hey, Taylor. Let's go.
2 out, nobody on. Top of 1.
Next up to the plate is the 34 of Colin Andrews.
It's a good matchup here, O's and Spartans. Pitch taken again to the middle infielder, who's able to make that play over at first.
That's a big first inning for the O's.
Big first inning for the Spartans. Excellent defense, able to get out of that. Scoreless. And we saw our women's game was a shootout. That's very rare to see that on the men's side. Quite often they use all 7 of their home runs. Maybe not quite as much on this big diamond. 310 is how the fence measures everywhere here on Diamond 1.
You hear lots of Jordan's voice here for a minute as I'm trying to catch up and get everybody's names and numbers into the scorebook.
O's going to send Bob Longmire out to the mound. Seeing him on screen, getting all warmed up right now. Another big difference, really crowded infield here with the men. The majority of the teams in the majority of situations use a 5-man infield. Occasionally they'll drop a guy if they need to, if they're getting beat deep. But most of the time they use that 5-man infield. It looks really crowded, really tough to squeeze anything by on the ground.
Home plate umpire Pritchard calls for a batter from the Spartans. That'll be the number 4, Steve Walsh.
He was up there. I think he was more calling for a pitcher than anything. His batter looks ready to go. Still waiting on the O's to finish up their warm-up here.
And out there at U1 is Stuart Bowden, and U2 is Mark DeCoste.
Whole bunch of umpires here. Usually use the 2-man system for men's A, our showcase event. Eliminations out here. We've been doing 3-man for all of our elimination games. Lazy fly ball to left field. The Spartans going to start off similar to the O's. First batter, first pitch, first out. Oh, left. Routine fly ball out there to left field.
And the biggest reason why we're using the 3-umpire system in the eliminations is because that's what they will be seeing at Canadians. So we try to mimic it the best we can.
Another fly ball. How about 5 batters up, 5 batters down here in the first inning?
This is very unlike men's A. It's 2 games in a row, and it seems like our first 5 batters are almost a flop, Jordan. Like, we don't see this low-scoring game very often in slow pitch, and we've almost had 2 games in a row.
Yeah, especially on the men's side. Usually outs are so much more valuable than runs just because they come so less frequently. The way they've been going so far, 1 error could be all it takes here. Another fly ball, left center field. That play made by left center fielder out there. That'll be 3 outs, and we're scoreless through 1 inning here in the men's winner-winner game.
Steve does like to talk about the defense played in men's slow pitch as well as women's. We haven't seen any overly huge plays yet, but that's just maybe everybody's just warming up after sitting for so long.
Yeah, routine baseball. I mean, the Ladybirds were doing everything they could. They made a couple errors there that were big for the Angels early on, able to recover, and we haven't had to see a whole lot of effort here on the men's side. Plenty to come, I'm sure. There's a big advantage to win this game going into tomorrow undefeated.
And have to be double dipped.
Yeah, first of all, you know you've got that loss in the bag that you can pull out whenever you. Hopefully you're not going to need it, but if you do, you got that win, that extra loss in the bag. Plus, we talked about getting to sleep in tomorrow.
Hey, what do you need, boy?
Leadoff batter for the O's. Ground out to first.
And up to the plate next is the 16 of Zach Ranta. Zach smashes that ball into short right field, right where he needed it in order to get on base.
First base runner of the game. Spartans, O is able to get aboard here in the second inning.
Dial up for me, Ryan.
Next to the plate's number 15, Ryan Gates. In the game earlier against the Hawks, he was able to hit a couple doubles, get on base lots. So we'll see what he can do here. And that ball stays fair. We've got runners advancing to 3 and a nice double for Gates.
Finally, the O's come alive here.
Curtis Niebel at the plate. He blows that past the pitcher there. I believe that is Ryan Woody out on the mound. And the run scores. We've got Belzy up to the plate here. He was doing pretty good in the last game that we had over here. He had a couple of singles, hitting it hard through the infield. And let's see what he has in store for us. That's a deep fly ball to left field. He's able to advance the runner, but he is out. We have 2 out in this inning so far. Next up to the plate's the 91 of Craig Landry. Good ears there as home plate umpire calls the illegal pitch. Ooh, that took a nasty hop there off of the 5-man. That's going to score the run and move him 2 spots. That's 3 runs in for the O's with 2 out. Bringing to the plate, Rob Longmire.
Ball driven up the middle, diving play by the middle infielder.
A great scoop by the first baseman as well.
Good play all around. But the O's able to break the tie here in the second inning. 3-run lead now for the Orioles over the Spartans. Kevin Champeau up to bat first for the Spartans. See him talking to the O's coach right here as we await a pitcher.
And that's why we normally use that 2-out pitcher rule, just to speed up the game. Rob was the last at bat, so that definitely changes things.
It can sometimes help to speed up the game occasionally, but sometimes it doesn't always work out as intended. And we sometimes got to wait for these pitchers. Some of them aren't too bad when they just got the face mask on, but a lot of them are wearing, you know, chest protectors and shin pads and full goalie gear these days. So, yeah, we got to give them a couple minutes.
Especially with having those shin pads covered underneath his pants, it's going to take a little bit longer.
That ball driven out to left field. Tracking it over there, makes a dive right near the fence. Looked like they called it out of play.
It was way out of play. But that was a great hustle by Kyle Neckel.
Pritchard got out there to make the call from behind the plate.
I'm glad he got way out there from behind the plate.
That ball driven over to Belzy at short, going to make the long throw across the diamond. And excellent play by the first baseman to stick the bag over there. We got one out here in the bottom of the second inning. Spartans trying to put a dent on that 3-run lead. The O's just opened up in the top half.
And like we've been saying all day, Jordan, 3 runs is nothing. This is a game of slow pitch, and hopefully we see some big hits this game. In this division, they have 7 home runs. After that, it's an out. We haven't really seen any of that yet, but we did in earlier games today.
Yeah, one of the wilder things watching your first couple of A games are if somebody hits a solo home run and all of the defense starts to cheer. That threw me for a loop the first couple times. You realize that once they cap out of that 7, anything that they put over the fence is an out, and that changes the entire strategy with how you have to approach an at-bat, knowing you got to keep the ball in play.
I think it was more for me, the batter comes up, hits a solo shot, and then goes, oh, man.
Yeah. I wish I could accidentally hit home runs. Ball driven to left field. That's going to be out of play. Over into the parking lot on the third base line.
And Neville, number 17, who's currently standing on first base with a single, he actually used to play for the O's.
That ball driven to the left side, going to beat an outstretched 5th man in the middle infield. And excellent running by the Spartans, able to stretch that into a double. Takes off the force. That's huge. Couple of runners in scoring position, moved him over to second and third. Ball just ate up our middle infielder.
I love white jerseys, Jordan, but I don't love them when they come home looking like that.
They're not coming home with you, at least.
Well, none of these ones, but like on a daily basis. Between that or my child's white shirts.
Spartans make the out at second. Spartans get called out at second, trying to stretch it into a double there, but that's going to score both runners that were on. Chop into that lead a little bit, now down to 3-2. Empty bases though, 2 outs now, bottom of the second.
Jordan, I don't know if you just heard that, but I'm sure that I just heard somebody yell, "Let's go lamb chop" from that way.
Pop fly out to right field. Easily camped under it and put it away to finish off this second inning. Headed to the top of 3. The O's still lead by 1. Spartans put up a couple in the bottom half.
And we'll be starting at the bottom of the order, batting 11, and then going right back up to the top with Wayne Parent.
Batter, please. Free, shallow in here.
Spartans turn to play defense here in the top of the 3rd inning. O's looking to put up a couple more runs after finally opening up the scoring in the 2nd. That ball driven to the left side. Shortstop makes the play. Long throw across the diamond. And routine out to send us to 1.
And we're back at the top with Wayne Parent, followed by Kyle Nechtel and Colin Andrews. In the very first inning, their first at bats, they were 3 up, 3 down, so they're hoping that they can change that up for this inning.
First pitch taken up the middle. Wood tries to get some leather on it, cannot. And we got another O aboard here in the 3rd.
I think if Wood would have stood up on that play, Jordan, he may have had a better shot at that ball. I don't know if he thought that it was going to hop a little bit differently than it did with the ground being wet, but needless to say, Wayne Parent's on first.
That ball past a couple of outstretched Spartans. It's going to wind up with Nechtel on second there.
And those are some of the hard hit balls that Nechtel likes to power through the infield. Sometimes they only one hop, and sometimes they go through like that, but needless to say, he hits the ball hard.
And to put a ball through a 5-man infield like this, you've got to hit it hard. You got to put everything you got into it because they're just everywhere. It feels like they're kind of collapsing down in on you. When you're up there, there's just no space. First pitch taken for a ball, short in front of the mat. The lefty up for the O's. Drives that ball just to the left side of second. He's going to find a gap, find a little bit of room, and a couple O's come in to score.
There was a little bit of an error there on the outfield. When he went to pick up the ball, he missed it the first time, allowing those 2 runners to come in of Wayne Parent and Kyle Nechtel.
The O's open up the lead to 5-2.
And next up to the plate's the 43 of Rob Godden.
One out here for the O's. Illegal pitch there, evens our count up to 2-2. That ball, short hopped over the shortstop. Fly out to left center.
And there's 2 away. bringing Zach Ranta to the plate. These next three batters were the ones that actually scored for the O's in the second inning. So this might be the part of their order that's actually working for them right now the best. And let's see if they string those hits together again.
Yeah, different parts of the order can get streaky through different parts of the weekend, but you just need to have somebody to pick up your guys that aren't quite hitting at that point in time. As long as somebody is, you can keep the runs flowing.
And there's a walk against Ryan Wood. The first two were called illegal, and that third one just did not knock.
Fire the boys up, right? Come on, man. Come on, man.
15 of Ryan Gates is up to the plate.
Gates to the dish with 2 runners on here. Good chance to put another couple runs on the board. Drives that ball over the second baseman. And they're going to go first to third. Send runners to the corner and score another run for the O's.
The O's take another bit of a lead here. They put up 3 runs so far this inning, and they push that score 6-2.
A little bit of argument on that one, just off the outside edge. Catcher thought it caught Matt. Puts him into a 2-1 count here. Driven to right center.
That's out of here.
Gone. 3-run shot for the O's.
And surprisingly, that's the first home run of the game.
No doubter. Batter didn't even leave the box. They're going to reset now. Belsey up to bat.
Flew out to left field last inning. And we've already got 2 out.
Big power hitting lefty here. Going to be trying to keep it in the park. And he's going to drive it. Hand side, glove side on our pitcher. Unable to make a play over there. Running on first, 2 outs. Craig Laundrie up to bat. Driving that ball over to the middle infielder, who's going to make the play at second base. And the Spartans escape, but not after giving up a few runs. Changes the score over here to 9-2 for the O's.
Spartans are batting 9, 10, 11 in their order. They're hoping to turn that over and get something going here. A 7-run gap, still not a huge gap, especially in men's slow pitch, but we will see what the Spartans are going to do here.
The only problem with that 7-run gap not being very much is it's closer to a mercy than it is to a tie. It may not be very, very much, but you can't let them get too far ahead because then it's over before you've really got a shot. Spartans, Dallas Boole up to bat. First pitch lands inside. Batter count now at 2-1. Who doesn't like the inside pitch on the edge there. Going to even the count to 2-2 now. Takes a walk back into the box. He's hot. That's the catcher for the Spartans. He was hot about that call on the outside edge last inning. Pokes that ball over the middle infielders. Everybody moving back for it. Second baseman able to track it back in the grass there. O's put away the first out of the inning.
Got to bring the 79 of Rod McKenzie to the plate.
Good drive out to right field. Tracking back and tracking it over the wall. Spartans hit their first home run of the game. And that's what I mean. That's the defeated look of a guy who just hit a home run walking back to the dugout there. Solo strut. Strategy-wise, not a great play, especially in men's A, but with the current situation, just getting runs on the board might be the way to go.
That brings up number 99 of Taylor Wood.
That's decent lumber on that ball, but it's going to be a fly out to right field.
We've got 2 out hitting the top of the order. Again, just like the O's did, the first 3 batters for the Spartans were 3 up, 3 down. They are definitely looking to turn that around and at least get on base here for their team.
Six-run gap with 2 outs, just trying to make something happen here. In the third inning, we saw the O's mercy the Hawks earlier on, looking to do the same thing here. Ball driven over to short, bobbled, and the play made out. Called safe at first. Break for the Spartans on the bobble over there at short. Close play at first. And they're going to have to capitalize here with 2 out.
The Spartans definitely have to capitalize getting that runner on in such a close play and really push that on the O's.
And another play over to Belsey, bobbles that one again. And another close play at second. Slides in there, excellent base running by the Spartans. And he's going to be safe at second. 2 runners on now. Talk about a break, a couple in a row for the Spartans here. A couple of weak infield hits.
And the 2-out pitcher rule being used right there as they will put in the 0 of Dallas Bow in order to run for pitcher Ryan Wood.
That ball poked right up the middle in the air. Long run for the middle infielder. And good job. Batter did not give up on it. Finds himself on second base and scores a couple of runs. Spartans cut that lead from 9 down to 5, rallying with 2 outs here.
Yeah, and just like I said, those first 3 batters definitely wanted to get on base, and they've got to hit a rally here for sure. So those 6 runs that the O's put up in the last inning, the Spartans have put up 3, so they've cut that in half, and they are definitely looking to go win this inning.
Kevin Cambeau comes up with a runner on, fouls off the first one, gets himself into a hole here, 1-2. Next pitch driven to left center. Left center fielder tracking back, and it's going to be over the wall. Home run, another one for the Spartans, and they inch closer. Make the score 9-7 now.
I think that's about the third one I've seen him hit today. I was over watching earlier as they were playing on Diamond 7. So that might be the third or fourth, actually, that I've seen him hit just today in 2 games. So he's definitely one to watch when it does come to home runs, especially coming in clutch for the Spartans in order to drive some runs in.
Belzy's got to be kicking himself over there at shortstop. Those errors coming back to bite them. Another one. Ball squirts off the glove of a leaping middle infielder there. And the Spartans have another runner aboard. Brings the tying run to the dish here. 9-7 game here in the third. Bottom of 3, Spartans still rallying on 2 outs. First pitch driven to left field. That one again finds its way over the wall, and suddenly the Spartans have tied this one up.
They've used 3 of their home runs, Jordan. They only have 7 to use, and the O's have only used 1, so that may play a little bit to the rest of this game as well.
But they did have to start getting some runs on the board. They were hurting there.
They definitely had to pick up some momentum. 6 of their runs this inning have been scored with 2 out.
Tricky play. Second baseman throws over to first. Little off target. First baseman able to stick it, and the O's able to cease the bleeding. But big comeback by the Spartans. Big 7-run inning, and we're tied now as we enter the 4th.
We definitely are, as we watch a few frustrated O's coming in after that inning, as the Spartans had just put up 7 runs, 6 of those after 2 out. So we'll see how they respond here on the bats.
Yeah, and a couple of little bobbles, a couple of really close plays, and either of those, if they had gone the O's way, would have shut down that whole situation. Really frustrating coming out of that, knowing that everything bled off of those 2 plays there.
Starting at the bottom of the order in the 10 and 11 slots here.
Batter, please.
Umpires are just meeting, just double checking on something. And it looks like everybody is set now, and here we go.
Hey now. Hey, 14, let's go.
First pitch to your leadoff batter for the O's. Tie game, fresh game here in the 4th. First pitch strike puts him in a hole, 1-2. To the hand side of a diving second baseman. Going to find some grass. And leadoff batter for the Orioles is aboard. That was Bob Longmire. Up now, Mike Houston, number 21, stepping up to bat with a runner on. Two and two count. So Houston takes a look at that one just off the outside edge, fills it up. On the ground to the shortstop. Backpedaling, able to make the play at second. Can't quite turn over to first. Houston was blazing down there. One runner on, one out now.
That brings us back to the top to number 4, Wayne Parent.
First pitch real close on that outside edge. Likes the second one, drives it down the third base line. Way foul, way out of play.
Hey, what do you need, boy? 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Pitch driven out to left field, going back on it, and that one's going to clear the wall. The O's put another home run on the board, break the tie, and go back up here in the 4th.
With that, that's going to bring Kyle Nechtel to the plate, with the O's being up by 2.
The 1-2.
That was a quick illegal.
Called him illegal for out of the chute there. Kyle with a swing over to third. Routine play across the diamond. 2 outs now.
We were back here just trying to figure out if he was out of the chute, if he quick pitched him.
I thought he was calling a no pitch there.
Yeah, no, as soon as I heard illegal, I was like, oh, is Ryan playing games on the mound? He does like to do that from time to time. We've seen him follow through with a windmill before. He likes to test the boundaries sometimes, see what he can get away with.
Whenever you can, push as much as you can. See it'll calm down in the later innings when he starts to realize he can't get away with it. Our ump's pretty on top of stuff out here.
Well, home plate umpire Dave Pritchard was all over that one, not even giving an inch. Wood didn't like it, but
can't get anything by him back there. Got a courtesy runner headed down to first. For the Orioles, gonna put some speed out on the bases. Mike Houston coming into pinch run over there at first. Rob Gaden up to bat. Puts that ball over to the middle infield. He's going to be able to make a play on the line drive. That'll end the top of 4. Going to the bottom of 4, but the Spartans have lost that tie. They fought so hard to get back. O's up by 2.
And 2's not that bad, Jordan. So the Spartans want to go out here and carry on the momentum that they had last inning and start it all over again.
It's all about getting hot when it counts, and it really only counts when you're holding the bats.
Sorry, Craig, in your domain here.
Looks like leading off this inning for the Spartans to be the #1 of Curtis Lampkin.
Reaching the bottom of the order for the Spartans.
Hey, Chuck. Hey, Chuck. Good here.
Illegal on that first pitch to a 2-1. And he evens it up with the 6-footer, 2-2 now.
Yeah, that just caught that front corner, Jordan.
Messes with the height, goes back up high. This one driven out to right center. Tracked down, sliding catch made near the fence. That'll be our first out of the inning.
I think the orange pants make them instantly fast or something. Do you think if I get some, I could be faster and run through the pits as a
Oh, that'll do it. Oh, yeah. Batter was flying around first. Thinks better of heading over to second there. Spartans on the bad end of one of those calls earlier on. Gonna hang out at first, one runner on now. Rob McKenzie up to bat now for the Spartans. That ball driven to left, right near the line.
and
It's
it
going to drop
stays
fair.
And there's one run back and a runner on two. So that was a great poke. And that'll bring us to the bottom of the order with the 99 of Taylor Wood. It looks like Spartans are using a courtesy as well.
Pitch on the way. Just a bit inside. That ball driven over to the second baseman, goes off his glove. And a big error there, moves runners to the corners.
Yeah, on my book here, I almost circled a base hit, but that was definitely a charged error to the second baseman.
E4Os have been struggling on the infield the last couple innings. It's really cost them keeping the Spartans in this game. That ball over to the pitcher. He's going to turn to second, and another error. Second baseman just missed it.
Wow, I can't believe that just happened. That was beautiful, set up for a double play, and he just drops the ball.
He was trying to throw it before he caught it, and it's going to cost him both outs here.
And a run.
And a run.
So we have a tie game again. We've got two runners on with one out.
Spartans have just kept it mistake-free so far.
And number 7 of Greg Roth is coming in to hit for Ryan Wood, the pitcher. And he does just that, getting on base.
Another run comes in to score. And for the first time tonight, the Spartans take the lead.
So it looks like they've re-entered Ryan Wood to run.
could actually be smart here, because if they get another out, then he comes out and you get the free courtesy down there. Ball driven over to shortstop. He's going to take it himself. Saves any potential at another error over there. Doubles him up at first, and they're going to get out of the inning. But the Spartans able to break the tie, move up to 12-11, and take their first lead of the game.
And sorry, Jordan, I did get a little distracted by Dave Jones dancing to the music that people may hear in the background. I'm not sure if they can or not, but people have some music going on in the background, and he just came dancing right beside me. And
He's a dancer, you know.
I was a little confused. I mean, his moves aren't as good as Gary Mack's, but they're up there.
From way back.
Yeah, I think he was doing the shopping cart.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That is a nice puddle that we do see over by first base.
Yeah, you can see there's some shininess over there right between second and third as well. Bit of a puddle still over there. I think the whole plate area is relatively cleaned up now.
But in between second and third, it looks like there's another one. I mean, when I was playing, I probably drove just about everybody on my team, especially whoever I was driving home with, whether that was my husband or my teammates, because if there was puddles, I was going through them. It didn't even have to be a close play. I just wanted to get dirty.
Yeah. Right up your alley, rolling through them, eh?
Well, if I got dirty, at least it looked like I did something.
There you go. Make Kyle do the laundry. First batter up here for the O's. Looking to get back underway, down by one here. Diving play by the Spartans. Second baseman can't quite come up with it. And the O's have one aboard here.
Almost went.
It looks like the 16 of Zach Ranta is trying to shake off his leg there. He might have pulled something on that run or turned an ankle a little bit. He seems to be really trying to shake it off, and he really wants to stay in this game.
Looks like he gave the go-ahead. We're going to leave him at first. Slide into second. Excellent run by the 15. Comes up with a double there. O's with another hit there, single to the right side, going to score a couple runs, and they retake the lead. One runner now on first. Belsey up to bat. 13-12 now for the O's here in the top of 5.
Hey, Wood. Get off for me.
First pitch ball to Belsey. 3-1 count now. And the lefty takes a strike to fill it up. Right back where it came from, up the middle.
Almost caught U2 there of Mark DeCosse. I think he just narrowly escaped it.
Slick moves out there at second. He can dodge a wrench. 2 runners on now for the O's. Rallying here, up by 1. None out in the 5th. Ball sent up the middle to the glove side of the middle infielder.
Oh, he missed it there out in center field again, which is causing, could have caused Belsey to come in there.
And the Spartans were they were relatively mistake-free coming into this inning. Hadn't made a whole lot of errors. We had that issue at second base. Now a little mishap in the outfield cost them a double. And the Spartans are going to take a second to talk about it here.
And it looks like that will be charged first conference. Or they may be getting ready to switch pitchers. I'm not exactly sure what the call is going to be here. I did see them talking to somebody on the bench who's grabbing a pitching helmet. So that might mean, hey, get ready, we might pull you. But that will be charged first conference.
Looks like he was just warming up the mask there.
Yeah, it looked like they signaled to the bench maybe to just get ready. But the way that he kind of went in a hurry to go get it, I wasn't quite sure if they were going to make a pitching change. But they are charged first conference. And if they go out again this inning, then Ryan Wood's got to come out.
That ball driven to left field. Play made in left field. O's all tag up. Belsey's going to come in to score. Our other runner moves over to third now. 1 out. The O's stretch out that lead to 3 now, 15-12.
And it looks like the 5 of Chad Stevenson's going to come in and hit for the number 21 of Mike Houston. Mike did hit to shortstop for a force out at first there. They went 6-3, and then he did hit into a fielder's choice as well. So I'm not really surprised that in a closer game there wasn't a batter change.
Drives that one, and the batter change worked out. Drives it just to the left side of the third baseman. Gonna find some green, and the left fielder was sleeping, didn't get the ball, and that's gonna turn it into a double.
And that's 5 runs in so far this inning for the O's. And it looks like he was feeling his leg there for a second too.
5 is out, 21 is back in.
And they are going to do a re-entry, as you may have heard umpire Dave Pritchard say, as he was standing nice and close to our microphone that's picking up all the sounds from the diamond. Every once in a while I can hear him standing kind of on that soft ground behind the plate, and I hear a little squishy squishy or
Legal call there gets us to 2-1. Another pitch very close on the outside edge brings us to 3-1. Driven to left center. No
That's
chance
pretty
there.
bad.
Picks it up on a hop. Looks like our runner, he blew a tire coming around first base, our batter runner, and he kind of got tripped up on the way to second. Looked like he had hurt his leg, and as he turned around, we had a fielder come up and tag him. He was kind of right in between first and second, so that's going to be another out for the Orioles after the single. Two
Even
out.
though they get their second out there, they were still able to cash one more run, and that's probably gone. Fielders didn't even move.
See you later. Another one on the board for the O's. 17-12 now, 5-run gap. As the Spartans just trying to find this last out so they can go hitting.
Let's go. Keep it going. Okay, let's go. Keep it going.
And that was the second home run that the O's have used. In the top of 5.
Hey, we got 2.
Spartans have used 3 of their 7, and the O's only 2, so
Colin Andrews takes a tough strike, brings his count to 2-2. Into center field. Another kind of wobbly exit out of the box there.
yeah, I'm starting to wonder if it's how everybody's turning out of the box or if they're slipping. It just is very uncomfortable.
Well, that one between first and second, that one definitely cost them. That was huge. Helped the Spartans get out of this inning. Just a bit of a misstep, and he was actually right over where near where that puddle is between first and second, so that slippery ground might have had something to do with it. You can see the puddle on the right side of your screen there. Also, like that, all the water, all the standing water at least has disappeared from our kind of plate area, but could still be a little slippery in there. All that ground's still pretty soft. That could be what's causing these ankle knee issues coming out of the box.
I just sent Kyle over to double check the score that we have showing for you. As my book read 18-12, and he had 17. So we have figured that out, and it is 18-12.
I can't believe he doubted you.
I can't believe he didn't instantly know I was right.
He should have learned by now, eh?
Poor guy doesn't even have a microphone to defend himself.
That's what makes this fun. Spartans first batter to the left side. He's going to reach. Wheels on the 9 of Kevin Cambeau. Neville Clayton up to bat, number 21.
Like I had mentioned earlier, he used to be an Oriole, so playing against some of his old teammates and now they're trying to break his back. Just kidding.
First pitch behind him here. You can see he's thinking about charging the mound.
Maybe with a big smile on his face and a bear hug to follow, but
Well, that first heater was high and in, you know. That one right down the middle, right on the middle of the mat. And a 2-2 count now. Weak ground ball to the right side. Excellent play by the first baseman. They're going to get the out at second. Not able to turn it back to first. A lot of speed on the base paths for the Spartans out here.
that brings to the plate JT Crum. He's already hit one of the home runs for the Spartans, so it wouldn't be a bad thing at this point if he did cash himself and the other guy by hitting a 2-run shot here.
Yes, 6-run game here in the 6th. Bottom of 5, sorry. That ball driven to left field on a rope, and it's caught by the left fielder.
Kyle Nechtel.
2 out now here in the Spartans' half of the 5th. Still got one runner on first, Andrew Sinowski up to bat now. Weak hopper to the pitcher. He's able to pick it up and runs him out to first. Makes the play himself. Bob Longmire getting the O's out of the 5th inning here. We move to the 6th. Still a 6-run game. O's lead 18-12.
Again, we'd like to thank everybody tuning in on YouTube and listening in on our broadcast. We would love to see you back again tomorrow as we are going to have the finals for the men's side right here on Diamond 1. We should be back, I believe it is the 10 a.m. spot tomorrow with coverage. It should be myself, again, with Jordan Mosley on the broadcast.
Batter, please.
Having a ton of fun out here. This is a great opportunity for folks at home to be able to watch some high-level softball.
And especially stay out of the elements, on a day like today.
Absolutely, we've had them all today. Everything but lightning, we were able to keep going through everything we encountered today. It was that rain where no matter how long it seemed to stop, it was just misting enough to keep you soaked the whole day. Excellent play by the left fielder, outstretched arm, makes the first out.
And that'll bring the 16 of Zach Ranta to the plate. I wonder how the run to first is going to be if it's close after we watched him shaking out his leg his last at-bat.
See if that changes the strategy coming into the at-bat. Spartans haven't seemed to change a whole lot. Shifting them pretty heavily. Spartans with some late movement, and the middle infielder shifted over to the right side of second right before the pitch. Wound up costing him. That's where the ball snuck through. And the O's have a runner on first. Ryan. Oh.
Sorry, go ahead, Jordan.
Ryan Gates up to bat now.
Took the words right out of my mouth.
Uncompetitive pitch outside, 2-1 now. Right near the front edge, tough to take, but moves the count to 3-1. Hitter's count, catches a corner, fills it up. That ball finds some grass in center field. 2 runners on now. Ryan Wood, pitcher for the Spartans. He was a pitcher for Team Canada at the border battle last year. So he's been around, looking to lead the Spartans to a win here tonight. They got some work to do, though, still down by 6.
Yeah, Ryan Wood also used to be with the Naturals before starting his own team here with the Spartans and taking things under his own direction.
It's been a success so far, finding themselves in this winner-winner game in a LIMS, biggest tournament of the year, or our biggest tournament of the year. That ball hit over the center field fence, going to be a 3-run shot for the Orioles. They extend that lead a little bit more. back into sketchy territory for the Spartans as the O's just opened up a 21-12 lead, 9 runs now, right on the cusp of that mercy rule.
Spartans do get last say as they did win the flip to be the home team, so that'll definitely play in their favor. It's whether or not they use it to their advantage.
That's helpful, but we talked about that pressure with the A's last game and knowing what you have to do going into that last inning. Overthrow at second there. Your runner's going to be safe at second. Ball driven hard to right center. And they watch it fly over the wall for a home run. 2-run shot, going to score Belsey there from second base.
That should bring them to 4 out of their 7 home runs right there. They're not afraid to use them if they'll end it, that's for sure.
23-12 now. O's lead after a frustrating start.
They definitely like to leave a little bit of buffer for that 12.
After going 3 up, 3 down in the first inning, they've been able to keep from going scoreless every inning so far since then. This game started in the sunshine. We've slowly slipped into darkness as we moved on. O's with a runner on first here, 2 away. Sorry, 1 out.
Ooh, that just caught the edge. That was a beautiful pitch by Ryan Wood.
Two-two count, driven to the middle infielder. They're going to make the play at second base. Nothing happening at first. Had some wheels up in the box. 2 out now. Spartans looking to stop the bleeding. Hoping they can get back on the sticks here, down by 11.
Wayne Parent's been hard to stop at bat today. His biggest stop was when he rounded first and blew a tire there. So we are hoping that the Spartans can either change their luck or Wayne Parent keeps his hot streak. It's going to be one or the other, though, Jordan.
Might have been a cheat code. I mean, he didn't have to run. It still counts as a single, and he scored the run. Might not have been all bad. That one is going to end the inning here. But the O's were able to put up a few runs, 23-12 now. They lead into the bottom of 6. Spartans have some work to do.
Again, we'd like to thank you for tuning in. I'm Kate Friel with Jordan Mosley, bringing you the broadcast here for the Miken Elims here at Slow Pitch City in Dorchester, Ontario. This is where we'll be bringing you the broadcast as well for the 2023 Canadian Championships, brought to you by SPO.
A lot of exciting stuff happening in Dorchester here this year. I believe this is the first time they've had the Canadian Championships out here since 2008. Exciting times. You see they spruced up these diamonds a little bit. We got new New signs out there in the outfield. New distance signs.
So we've got number 1 coming out, number 23 going in of Daniel Gould.
Off the bench, coming in cold here. One of the pitchers of the Spartans.
Definitely pushed that ball just a little bit further than he wanted to.
Outside, gets himself into a hole here, 1-2. Pitch coming. 3-2, counts full. Payoff pitch on the way. Driven over to first, and there was nobody there covering. Pitcher didn't move. First baseman ranged over to pick it up, and the second baseman was standing behind him looking at him. Everybody just watched that runner touch first safely. Nothing they could do.
It may not have been pretty, but it's still a single on the book.
Dallas Boole up to bat. Drives it over to the left side. It's going to squeeze through the infield. Big round at second base. Runners to first and second now.
That brings up Rod McKenzie. He's got a home run and a double, so he's looking to keep his streak alive here.
First pitch taken off the inside edge. Driven to the right side. Second baseman was playing way deep, and he was able to make the play from about 6 feet in the grass. Throws it over to first. Pulls the first baseman off the base, but the tag was applied. And we move to 1 out here in the bottom of 6. Spartans trying to get something rolling. Down by a mittful.
And that brings up number 99 of Taylor Wood.
Wood gets to a 3-1. The lefty watches a strike that fills up the count at 3 balls, 2 strikes. Driven over a leaping second baseman. That's going to score the runner from third. It'll score the runner from second, and our batter's going to make his way around to second. Wood with a double.
Definitely got himself an average on that as he had flown out to right. There was an error by the second baseman on his last at bat, so he finally put the double in the scorebook.
It's a big one, 2 RBI double. Leaves himself in scoring position, but they need a lot more than just him. 1-2 count now. Just off the outside edge. That ball driven to left center.
Oh, and it goes over.
Another home run for the Spartans. Chopping into that lead just a little bit more.
They too are also at 4 home runs. Ryan Wood up to the plate. He's hoping to help his cause here a little bit and put up a number or at least get on base for his team.
Ball ripped up the middle, going to find a hole between the middle infielder and the second baseman. That'll put another runner on for the Spartans.
That'll bring the 17 of Derek Freeman to the plate.
Line drive to left center. Gonna move your runner all the way from first around to third. Runners on the corners now with one out.
Freeman credited with the single there. And this is bringing up Kevin Chapeau again. He's got a home run. He's had a few today. So we'll see what he does here with 2 runners on.
This is what the Spartans really needed. Those home runs, clearing everybody out is exhilarating and everything, but just getting the ball in play and moving runners around, that's how you get runs up on the board here. That ball driven hard to left center. Tracking it back at the fence. It's going to go off the fence. Keeps that one in. Another double. Sorry, a single.
It's a single and it scores Ryan Wood. Freeman, I think, held up just to make sure that it wasn't a caught ball, which is the smartest thing to do when you're behind chasing the lead.
That ball goes off the glove of the first baseman. It's going to find its way into the outfield. And it was way, way in front of the right fielder. He had to make a big run in. That's going to score the run all the way from first. 2 runs come in on that single. Orioles infield has been struggling. Had a rough game. Luckily, the bats have been able to pick them up. Putting up 23 runs doesn't hurt. But this game is now just a 4-run game. Still 1 out here in the bottom of 6.
And the Spartans have used up their second courtesy.
Warning track power on that shot to left. That'll bring us to 2 outs.
Spartans have brought the score a little bit closer. The score is 23-19 in favor of the Orioles.
Spartans are running out of outs here. Orioles gonna take a little break to talk about this one. They've got a few they're definitely going to want back after this game. A couple of key infield errors.
And by the looks of things, Jordan, on deck right now, they will be doing a substitution and bringing in the 11 of Chris Plummer to hit for number 10. He hasn't really gotten on base yet in regards to fielders' choices. And a 4-3 putout. So it looks like the 11 is coming in to hit for number 10.
That ball hit over to third base, thrown across the diamond. Excellent pickup at first. And the O's able to escape that one, leave a couple runners on. And we're going to go to the 7th with a 4-run lead for the Orioles as they go back to bat.
So it looks like the Orioles going to start off this inning with Kyle Nechtel up to the plate with Seabass right behind him. That's barring any possible substitutions, but as of right now, that's what it looks like is going to happen.
O's need to go to work, 4-run buffer. Not going to do it if the Spartans hit like they did last inning. They've been picking up steam throughout this game.
Yeah, top of 7 here with a 4-run spread is not a lot. We've talked about how quickly things can change and how many runs in an inning can make a huge difference.
It's crazy in this A division how you can go from almost a mercy on one side to almost a mercy on the other side, right back to a super close game, just the swings they have. Insane, that ball ripped foul into the trees.
And this is definitely a batter I could watch swing a bat all day. It's so smooth. He cranks the ball, and he can put it just about anywhere on the diamond.
I don't think I've seen a max apex point of a ball he's made decent contact with higher than about 10, 12 feet. He just gets on top of it, turns the ball over so well. Just really tough to defend.
Yeah, just hitting lasers everywhere.
Takes a close pitch, outside edge. Counts full. And he watches another one deep outside.
Wow.
Couple of tough 2-strike pitches to watch, but the professional takes them both, heads down to first.
Yeah. I'm a little bit speechless. I think I held my breath as he watched that go by him, going, there's no way you're not swinging at that. But needless to say, he was in the right, and he's on first base.
Big shot to right field, no doubter. See a ball. And the O's stretch it out to a 6-run lead.
And that's one of Seabass's favorite shots, the moon shot all the way to who knows where in the trees back there.
He didn't even have to look at it. As soon as he made contact, he turned around and walked back to the dugout.
And that brings Rob Godden to the plate. David Pritchard up the line, getting the foul on that ball right away.
Fouled off hard down the third base line, puts himself in a hole now here in the count.
He's grounded out to 1, and he's flown out to the outfield. Normally we see Rob Godden just hitting everywhere, all over the diamond. But it looks like he's kind of struggled today. He had a home run earlier in the day, but his bat's just not where it normally is.
Ground out to the middle infield there, right over second base. 1 out now for the O's here in the top of 7.
And that'll bring the 16 of Zach Rancid to the plate. He's had a great showing this game. He's been on base every at-bat, and he's scored every at-bat. So the odds are looking pretty good for him.
Drives that one tailing away from the fielder in right. He's able to track it down near the fence. Makes the catch. 2 outs now.
I guess maybe I shouldn't have talked about his odds right before he hit.
You ruined
I think
it.
I might have jinxed it.
Ruined the perfect day.
Well, I guess Zach Ranta can blame Kate Friel for that one.
Ryan Gates up to bat now, the lefty. Stepping in with a couple outs. Drives that one to right center. Same line as the home run, and he's going to get it over the wall. Put another run on the board for the O's.
I've got a tally of that's being 6 for them. So they've got 1 left that they're available to use.
Curtis Nibel up to bat.
Nebel's got 2 home runs already in this game.
Nobody on. Nebel takes that pitch, walks down to first.
That's putting him with 2 home runs, 2 singles, and now a walk. All he's missing is the double and the triple.
Belzy steps to the dish. Lefty with power here, 1 on, 2 out. Gets on top of it, grounded to second, and the play's made at second base. Spartans escape, but they gave up some runs. Score's now 26-19 as we head to the bottom of 7. Pucker time here for the Spartans.
So the Spartans will go into this inning chasing 7. Again, I'd like to thank everybody who's joining us online, watching live, or watches the broadcast back later. We thank you for joining us, and we appreciate the support here with the eliminations. Again, we will be back again tomorrow for the last 4 games of the men's eliminations.
Spartans with 3 outs left to play with. Curtis Long.
Curtis Lampkin up to the plate. It's getting dark back there, isn't it, Jordan?
I'm losing light. First out made out there in right field.
Spartans are chasing 7. That's what they put up last inning, and it'll be whether or not they can do it again.
Gonna be tough now, 1 out. They are running out here. 0, Dallas Boole steps to the dish. He's gonna send that one out to left center. Under it, little stutter step at the end. Had to add some drama, but the O's make the catch for the second out.
And that's hard for the Spartans. You're now going to try and rally with 2 out all the way around. It would have been nice to have Dallas on base there. He's so lightning quick.
Even more than that, just having that out back would be so huge. 2 now. Driven to the right side, a diving first baseman pitcher comes over to make the play at first, and the O's are going to finish it off here.
Well, and the Spartans go down and are talking about that last out, but it looks like the call's going to stand, and that will be a 7-run difference that gives the O's the game.
Yeah, the score doesn't really reflect what kind of game we just saw. The Spartans were there, they were fighting, It was close for a while, and the O's just able to come alive with the bats later on.
Yeah, and sometimes the score doesn't always reflect the game in slow pitch because it can just be one bad inning that changes everything. But we'd like to thank everybody for joining us. We've enjoyed bringing you the games here today. Jordan Mosley and Kate Friel here. We'll be back with you again tomorrow to finish out the eliminations right here in Dorchester at Slow Pitch City.